There's a strange truth about human nature that most people never question. We don't always choose what's best for us. We choose what feels familiar, even if it hurts. Think about it. How many times have you stayed in a situation that drained you, simply because you understood it? A job that made you miserable. A relationship that slowly chipped away at your peace. A routine that left you feeling stuck. Not because you liked it, but because you knew it. Familiar pain is predictable. It has patterns. You know how it starts, how it escalates, and how it ends. There's a twisted kind of comfort in that certainty. But peace is unfamiliar, and the unknown terrifies most people. Because stepping into peace often means letting go of everything you've trained yourself to endure. It means walking away from what you've tolerated for years. It means facing silence where there used to be chaos. And for many, silence feels louder than suffering. That's the trap. You convince yourself that staying is safer than leaving. You say things like, "It's not that bad," or "I can handle it." Maybe even, "At least I know what to expect." But what you're really saying is, "I'm afraid of what comes next." Because what comes next doesn't come with guarantees. No script, no roadmap, just uncertainty. And, uncertainty forces you to confront something deeper than pain. Yourself. See, familiar pain allows you to avoid growth. It keeps you in a loop where nothing truly changes. You adapt, you cope, you survive, but you don't evolve. Unknown peace, on the other hand, demands transformation. It asks you to trust yourself in ways you never have before. To believe that you deserve better, even if you've never experienced it. And that's where most people hesitate. Because deep down, they're not just afraid of the unknown. They're afraid they won't be able to handle it. But here's the truth most people don't realize. You already handle more than you should. You've endured stress, disappointment, frustration, and emotional weight far heavier than what peace would ever require of you. So why is peace so intimidating? Because pain trains you to expect struggle. It conditions your mind to believe that life is supposed to be hard, tense, and exhausting. So, when something calm, stable, and healthy appears, it just feels wrong. It feels unfamiliar, even, suspicious. You start questioning it. Is this real? How long will this last? When will it fall apart? That's what happens when you've been shaped by chaos. Peace feels like a setup, but it's not. It's just something you haven't allowed yourself to fully experience yet. And here's where things get even more important. Choosing familiar pain doesn't just keep you stuck. It reinforces the belief that this is all you deserve. Every time you stay in what hurts, you send a message to yourself. This is acceptable. Over time, that message becomes your reality. Your standards drop, your expectations shrink, and your world becomes smaller. Not because it has to be, but because it's what you've accepted. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine choosing peace, even when it feels uncomfortable. Imagine walking away from what drains you, even without knowing what's ahead. Imagine giving yourself permission to experience something better. That's where real change begins. Not when it feels safe, but when you decide that staying the same is no longer an option. And yes, it will feel strange at first. You might feel restless. You might question your decision. You might even be tempted to go back to what you knew. That's normal. Because your mind is trying to pull you back into familiarity. But growth doesn't happen in familiarity. It happens in the unknown. It happens when you choose something different, even when it's uncomfortable. Especially when it's uncomfortable. Because that discomfort is not danger, it's expansion. It's your life stretching beyond the limits you've been living in. And the more you lean into that, the more peace starts to feel natural. The more you realize that you don't have to fight every day just to exist. The more you understand that calm is not emptiness, it's clarity. And clarity gives you something pain never could. Freedom. Freedom to think clearly. Freedom to choose differently. Freedom to build a life that isn't based on survival, but on intention. So, the next time you find yourself holding on to something that hurts, ask yourself one simple question. Am I staying because it's right, or because it's familiar? That question alone can change everything. Because once you become aware of the pattern, you can break it. And breaking it is the first step towards something better. Not perfect, not guaranteed, but better. And sometimes, better is all you need to start moving in the right direction. Remember this. Familiar pain may feel safe, but it's still pain. And unknown peace may feel uncomfortable, but it's still peace. The choice is yours. Stay where you are, because it's predictable, or step into something new, because it's possible. One keeps you stuck, the other sets you free.